Hey everybody, welcome back to another Racked Up Adventure. Today we're going to do part 2 of the video series on the 6.5 Creedmoor, this Ruger American Gen 1. It's got a Vortex Diamondback scope on top of it. I'm shooting it through my Banish 30 caliber suppressor. We're going to shoot 4 types of ammo today, see how this thing groups, which ones it likes the best, and then at the end I'm going to put the 4 ammo types that we shot from the last video in with the 4 ammo types that we shot this video, and we'll do a comparison, and out of the 8 groups we'll see which one this rig likes the best. Let's get it to the shooting table and get started. All right, we got it on the shooting table. We're going to do 4 types of ammo. As you can see up there, I've got some Federal Blue Box, some Federal Fusion, some Corlock, and some Hornady Precision Hunter. These are the heavyweights. I did the lower grain rounds in the first video. 3 of these are 140 grain, and then I've got a 143 grain ELDX Precision Hunter. So these are the heavyweights for the caliber. Let me get centered up over here, and we'll get to flinging some lead down range. All right, we're going to get started with the Federal Power Shock 140 grain ammo. This is the old blue box, as I call it. Muzzle velocity on this is listed at 2,750 feet a second. Let's see how it does. The muzzle velocity is listed on this ammo on the box data is usually out of 24-inch test barrels. This is a 22-inch barrel Ruger American Predator. The ammos are usually pretty close in this rifle to box data, maybe just a little bit short, just because we got 2 inches less barrel. But let's fling some lead down range and see how this goes. Federal Fusion 140 grain Power Shock, and we'll shoot this one right in the center of that target. Right in the center. I flinched on that one. I'm gonna load up one more. That was not a good pull on my behalf. Much better, much better. I know I flinched on that one. I'm gonna let that barrel cool for a quick second. All right, while that barrel's cooling, we can go over the velocity data. So this box velocity is 2,750 feet per second. The chronograph has got us listed for a 3-shot group, or I'm sorry, a 4-shot group, average of 2710, so about 40 feet per second below the box velocity. I kind of expect that out of a 2-inch shorter barrel. We had a minimum of 2677, and we had a max of 2745. So 2710 is your average for the Federal 140 grain Power Shock. Again, 40 feet, about 40 feet below box listed data on a 2-inch shorter barrel. We come to that point in the video where I want to ask that you support the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. I enjoy making these videos. It's a passion of mine. You've heard me say it on just about every video. I love to talk hunting and shooting. I will reach out and talk to whoever wants to engage in the conversation. Hopefully I can give you some knowledge or some experience or some data on a particular rifle that will do you some good. I've had several requests to do this 6.5 Creedmoor video, so I put it together for those of you that have requested that. I hope you enjoy what you're seeing. I hope it helps you. And for anybody looking for a 6.5 Creedmoor, the Ruger American is not a bad rifle, not a bad way to go. So again, like, subscribe, help the channel out, help us do what we love so we can keep that kind of content coming at you. I appreciate you. All right, next up, Remington Corlock, probably the most famous ammo in the land. My dad, if he were alive today, would tell you that you can't beat Corlock ammo. In my entire existence as a young man, I never saw my dad buy anything or use anything for deer hunting other than Remington Corlock. But this is a 140 grain 6.5 Creedmoor projectile. It is going 2,700 feet per second, box listed velocity. Let's see how it does out of this gun. All right, Remington Corlock 140. Let's see what she does. We'll go top left target. Right where we need to be. 2602 was that one. I forgot to reset my chronograph. So this is going to be a 2-shot group on the chronograph. .2686 on that one. It looks like about a 1-inch group. We'll let that barrel cool real quick. We're going over the data while that rifle's cooling. So 2614 was your min, 2686 was your max, 2650 was your average of the 2-shot group, but an average of 2650, which is about 50 feet per second under the box listed velocity. Not bad. Again, 2-inch shorter barrel, you're within 50 feet per second. I go over these speeds so that I can take this data and develop drop charts for each one of these guns. I don't do my drop charts based off of box data because I found that sometimes you could be a little over, but most of the times, depending on your barrel length, you're a little short of box listed velocity. And when I shoot, I want to shoot precision, whether I'm shooting at a target or an animal, especially when I'm going out to longer ranges. It's very important for me to know and understand exactly what velocity I'm getting out of my rig. Well, that barrel should be cool now. Let me go grab it. We'll get started on the next round. All right, she's cooled down. We're going to go with the Federal Fusion now. This is another 140 grain projectile. This is a bonded bullet. Another soft point bonded. Load 3 of these up and see what we get. We're going to do the top right-hand target. Top right hand of the target. It might be a little more than an inch group. All right, velocity on that was, first shot was 2695. Then we had a 2691 and a 2667. So about 27 or 2685 average. Not bad. The box is saying that it should be 2725. So we're about 30 to 40 feet per second below box data. Again, that's just where we've ended up with almost every ammo that we've ran in this testing. I'm gonna let this barrel cool and then we'll get on to the next round. All right, back for the last box of ammo. This is the Hornady Precision Hunter. This is 143 grain ELDX, and it's listed as 2,700 feet per second out of the box. This is a tipped projectile, high BC. Load up 3 of these. We'll fling them down range. We'll see how they do. Chronograph is reset. Everything looks good. Go lower left-hand corner. Well, got away from him. All right. We'll go down there, grab that target, bring it back, measure those groups. It is hot today. I think I'm going to ride the four-wheeler down there so I don't have to walk 200 yards there and back in this heat. But I'll go grab that target and we'll go over the results, and I'll compare it to the results from the first testing. So be back in a minute. All right, I almost forgot. Let's go over that chronograph data. So out of the 3-shot group, we had a 2633, a 2642 for an average of 2637. Box listed velocity is 2700. Sweat running down my face. About 65 feet a second again below box listed velocity. Not bad, but this is why we run the chronograph, so we know exactly what we're getting. All right, again, I'm going to go grab those targets. I'll meet you back up at the truck, and we'll go over the data. Back from grabbing the targets, I measured up each group, labeled it. We'll go over the results. So we started off with the Federal Power Shock. This is a 140 grain projectile. 3-shot group minus the flyer, because remember I took an extra shot on this one because I knew I pulled that one. So the 3-shot group came in at a 0.43, but even with all of them measured in a 4-shot group, it was only 0.76. Then the next group we went to was the Remington Corlock. It came in at a 0.82. That's another 140 grain. So another sub-MOA group. Then we came to the Federal Fusion. That's 140 grain. That came in at a 0.97 inch group. And then we shot the last group, which is the 143 grain Hornady Precision Hunter. That came in at a 0.51 inch group, so another half-inch group. Let me grab the other target, and we'll go over the results of all 8 types of ammo. Okay, 8 types of ammo, 2 separate targets. Let's go over the groups. Worst group of the day of all ammo types was a 1.31, and that was from the Remington Corlock. And if you guys saw the first video, I shot that on a hot barrel. I reshot that group. I let the barrel cool and reshot it again. And the second group, 2 in the same hole, one right here, that came in at a 0.66 inch group. So just a little over half MOA. The best group out of all the groups, Federal Blue Box or the Federal Power Shock, it came in at a 0.43 inch group. And the Deer Season XP, it came in at a 0.48 inch group. So 2 sub half MOA groups there. We'll go over the rest of them. Hornady Precision Hunter, another half-inch or half MOA group, 0.51. Remington Corlock, 0.82. Federal Fusion, 0.97. Federal Blue Box, again, 0.43. Black, I had a 0.91 inch group, and that was on a hot barrel. Came in with a second group, and this is actually 6 shots. I only had 6 projectiles left, so I went ahead and shot a group with all 6, and that came in at a 0.95 on a 6-shot group. The Remington Corlock, like we said a minute ago, was a 1.31 on a hot barrel. The American Whitetail came in at a 0.79 inch group, a 0.66 inch group on the Remington Corlock. So 8 types of ammo. Only 1 hot barrel group was over 1 MOA. We had 3 ammos that were half MOA groups, and the rest were all right under 1 MOA groups. Not bad for just a standard Ruger American 6.5 Creedmoor. No upgrades, nothing fancy, just an out-of-the-box rifle shooting 1 MOA groups. All right, folks, we're at that point in the video again. So, Ruger American Gen 1 Predator, 6.5 Creedmoor, Vortex, Diamondback, 4x16 tactical scope, Banish, 30 can. Nothing fancy, just phenomenal execution, phenomenal output on a really good rifle. If you're looking for a entry-level, out-of-the-box 1 MOA rifle, I recommend Ruger American. I'm a fan, have been for a long time. This is one of my favorite rifles I have. I have several favorites, but this is one of the ones that you just will never get rid of. I wouldn't have any issues using it on anything medium-sized game or lower. I'd even shoot a coyote or two with this, given the opportunity. Like and subscribe. Send me some comments in the comment section. Tune in at 7 o'clock on Tuesdays. I'll always be in the live stream unless something tragic happens. But if you got any questions, I will be live every Tuesday night to talk to you as these videos release. You can ask me questions there, shoot me comments. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate your support. And until we meet again, everybody stay safe until we get to our next racked up adventure.